So the green flag falls and away they go in event 10, the NIM video modified rod final, and Graham Edmund the leader, Colin O'Toole almost getting into trouble behind him in second place. However, he managed to sort the problems out but dropped off the pace. Then the 16 of Craig Wrightson, followed by the 77 of Alan Harris, then the 10 of Eric Lavender. Oh, and Alan Harris.
I just wonder, Ross, that the steering problems that Alan was having in the first heat might have had something to do with this snapped axle by the looks of things on the track.
I wholeheartedly agree. I was watching them coming round the corner. It tended to understeer a little bit on him, coming out of turn 4. As a result of that, he clipped the back end of Craig Wrightson because of the understeer, and when he clipped the back end of Wrightson, it swung him straight into the concrete wall, and the axle goes clunk. So coming down Main Straight, let's see how they go, and they get a green again for the restart to event 10, and the 12 of Graham Edmonds the leader, followed by the 18 of Colin O'Toole, then the 16 of Craig Wrightson, who's dropped off the leaders a little. Colin O'Toole really got right up on the inside of Graham Edmund, and he bought that all by himself. He was right behind Edmund and was putting the pressure on him, and then just went that little too quickly and banged into the side of Edmund and threw himself right out. Away they go. The green flag falls, and we'll see if we can do it this time as Craig Wrightson goes to the lead from Graham Edmund. So Craig Wrightson has decided to make better use of the restart this time and has taken up the running. Edmund in second place, Lavender running third, and Neil Gillespie fourth. But it will be an interesting battle between these three cars up front, because there's not much between them in power, not much between them in ability either, and there won't be a great deal of space at the finish between these three cars. Craig Wrightson in the red car number 16, Graham Edmund in the blue and white car number 12, and Eric Lavender in the white car number 10. And when they get round to the slower traffic, that will be the interesting time to see whether Graham Edmund can get the opportunity to get the lead away from Craig Wrightson. At the moment, Wrightson is the leader. From Edmund, then Lavender, and a long way back to Neil Gillespie. Gillespie has a right rear that is very soft, doesn't have much air left in it at all, or it's going soft. And in the meantime, Craig Wrightson manages to put a couple of slower cars between he and Graham Edmund. However, Graham Edmund has done well to get around the slower cars as quickly as he did, and manages to now stay in the same plane as Craig Wrightson, and Eric Lavender's been able to do that as well, though he is losing a bit of ground in third place. So it is Craig Wrightson leading from Graham Edmund, then Eric Lavender, and a long, long way back to the 22 car of Neil Gillespie, who's just had the lights go out as far as the engine is concerned. So the 26 car of John Brennan will now go up into fourth place, and he's doing the best of the Division 2 drivers, but he has sparks showering from his front left-hand wheel, probably the tyre or the rim rubbing up against the wishbone. But half a lap left to go, and Craig Wrightson, who got the lead from the second of the restarts, is going to be able to come home and take the checkered flag. Craig Wrightson is first, the 12 of Graham Edmund is second, third place goes to the 10 of Eric Lavender, then the 26 car of John Brennan will be fourth, and then I would imagine, oh dear, they're strung out so far to be too hard to predict.